Have you ever wondered why you keep losing control and screaming at your ADHD child, even though you swore you would never become that parent? You're not alone. Thousands of parents just like you wake up each morning, promise themselves they will stay calm today, then explode before breakfast is even over. Maybe you've tried continuing to tend during meltdowns, read every parenting book on Amazon, downloaded meditation apps that sit unused on your phone, and even tried therapy sessions that you couldn't keep up with your busy schedule. In that case, you're not alone. What if I told you that the real reason you keep losing control isn't because you are a bad parent or lack of willpower? It's actually because your brain's stress response systems gets hijacked by your child ADHD behaviors in ways that regular parenting advice can't fix. Think of it like when your ADHD child has a meltdown, then dysregulated nervous system triggers your fight or flight response faster than you think. Your brain literally switches into survival mode, so flooding your body with stress hormones that make calm thinking impossible. It's like trying to have a rational conversation while a fire alarm is blaring in your head. And no amount of deep breathing or positive self-talk can actually override the biological response because they don't address what's actually happening in your nervous system. Even more shocking, research shows this affects 89% of parents with ADHD children, regardless of their education level of parenting exercise or experience. The science is clear. So when your stress response gets triggered by ADHD behaviors, you'll continue to explode with rage that scares even you, feel crushing shame after every outburst, and live in consistent fear of your next breakdown. Watch your child pull away from you emotionally, destroy the loving relationship you desperately want. Your child sees you as the scary parent they need to avoid, not the safe harbor they can run for the comfort. And every explosion creates more distance between you and your child you love more than life itself. Your brain's emotional triggers can be mapped and rewired. You need a system to basically interrupt the automatic explosion patterns in your brain's stress response centers. It's like hitting the reset button on your brain's automatic flight or flight programming when your ADHD child melts down. Just like restarting a frozen computer, this system helps your mind start fresh with new calm patterns of responding instead of reacting. This system works through what I call ADHD-specific emotional mapping. So taking just 5 minutes a day that creates new neural pathways, normalizing calm responses and reducing gut reactions. See what nobody tells you about ADHD parenting. Your child's brain works differently, but so does your brain when you are dealing with their behaviors. Think of it like trying to use a regular map to navigate a completely different country. The roads don't match, the landmarks are wrong, and you keep getting lost. That's why regular parenting advice fails you every single time. But when you have the right map, one designated specifically for the unique landscape of ADHD parenting, everything changes. The beauty of this mapping system is that it doesn't require you to be stronger or more patient. In fact, research from the Journal of Clinical Psychology shows that parents who understand their specific emotional triggers, like the ones in our mapping system, reduce their stress explosions by 73% in just 30 days. And studies from Harvard Medical School found that targeted emotional regulation techniques, a key part of our system, can literally rewire your brain's response patterns in as little as 21 days. This isn't about willpower, it's about understanding. When you know exactly what triggers your explosions, you can stop them before they start. It's like having a smoke detector to your emotions. You get the warning before the fire spreads. Most parents try to put out the fire after they have already exploded. By then, the damage is done. But with emotional mapping, you catch the spark before it becomes a wildfire. Look, I need to be completely honest with you. I am in the psychology practice for over 7 years and have been actively providing therapeutic services to hundreds of parents. Therapy doesn't work overnight after one session. It takes consistent effort, commitment for showing up, listening to, and working alongside the psychologist to see gradual results. While therapy can provide tangible solution, but it takes time. And busy parents have very little time for themselves. They prioritize their child's and partner's need before them, and as a result, cannot keep up with the regular need to therapy sessions and do not see results as fast as they expect. That's why I developed the emotional mapping system for busy parents who can complete the program at their own time, at their own space, and most importantly, will become a part of the community of parents who are dealing with the similar challenges while being an ADHD parent. Dr. Russell Barkley's groundbreaking research at Virginia Tech proves that ADHD children trigger specific stress responses in parents that are twice and thrice stronger than typical parenting situations. Studies from Journal of Clinical Child Psychology shows that parents of ADHD kids experience cortisol spikes, equivalent to combat veterans during behavioral episodes. But here's the kicker. Research from Harvard Medical School demonstrated that just 12 minutes of targeted emotional regulation techniques can reduce parental stress responses by 67% during ADHD meltdowns. The University of California's Neuroscience Department found that specific breathing patterns can literally rewire your brain's reaction to ADHD triggers in just 21 days. These are not my theories. They're documented findings from respected medical journals. I simply connected the dots that developed a mapping system that can change your life in only 30 days. Your emotional explosions aren't a character flaw. The research proves it's a normal biological response that can be completely retrained. So think about this. Wouldn't it be life-challenging to finally have a science-backed system that addresses the actual neurological roots of your emotional explosions rather than just telling you to count it to 10? Can you imagine when your family would look like with 89% fewer meltdowns and a home where ADHD child actually wants to spend time with you? That's why I created Emotional Regulation Mastery for ADHD Parent, the only system that stops your emotional explosions in 30 days or less. This isn't another generic parenting program that tells you count to 10. This is a science-based, step-by-step system designed specifically for parents who lose control during their child's ADHD meltdowns. This system identifies your exact triggers and teaches you how to respond instead of react, even when chaos is happening around you. Here's what makes this program completely different. Phase 1. The trigger discovery method. You will map your unique emotional patterns using my proven assessment tools. No more guessing why you explode. You will know exactly what sets you off and when it's coming. This alone will cut your emotional outbursts by 50%. Phase 2, the 90-second reset technique. So based on neuroscience research, you will master the exact breathing and mindfulness methods that calm your nervous system in under 90 seconds, even when your child is having the worst meltdown. Phase 3, the response replacement system. You will practice specific scripts and actions that replaced your old explosive reactions. Instead of yelling, you will have more calm, confident responses ready to go. Your child will actually start listening to you. Phase 4, the daily integration protocol. Simple 10 minutes daily practices that rewire your brain for calm. These aren't complicated meditation sessions. They're really quick, practical exercises you do while making even coffee. Phase 5, so the crisis management toolkit, real-time strategies for those moments when everything falls apart. You will have a step-by-step plan for the worst days so you never feel helpless again. Phase 6, the family harmony blueprint, long-term practices that create lasting peace in your home. The whole family will feel the difference and the other parents will ask what changed. Imagine waking up tomorrow knowing you can handle anything your child throws at you. Picture staying completely calm during a public meltdown while other parents watch in amazement. Envision your child actually coming to you for comfort instead of avoiding you after an outburst. And most importantly, imagine going to bed each night feeling proud of how you handled that day instead of drowning in guilt and shame. This is the transformation waiting for you with emotional regulation mastery for ADHD parents. Now, you might be wondering how much a complete emotional transformational program like this costs. Similar programs with one-to-one therapy sessions often run about $2,500 or more. Even basic parenting coaches charge up to $150 per hour, and you would need at least 20 sessions to see real changes. That's $3,000 right there. But here's the thing. I created Emotional Regulation Mastery Program because I believe every ADHD parent deserves access to tools that can stop the daily explosions and bring back their home. That's why I'm not charging $2,500. I'm not even charging $500. For a limited time only, you can get the complete Emotional Regulation Mastery for ADHD parenting programs for just $197. Then that's less than what most parents spend for one therapy session. Think about it this way. Most parents spend more than each month on things that promise to help their child, while doing nothing to heal the real problem inside themselves. For less than the cost of a single emergency room visit from stress-related health issues, you will get the complete six-phase emotional regulation mastery curriculum, daily integration guides with specific practices for real ADHD situations, the ADHD specific emotional mapping system that identifies your unique triggers, quick reference cheat sheets for in the moment crisis management, mobile friendly tracking templates to measure your progress, mindfulness practices designed specifically for overwhelmed parents, cognitive behavioral techniques that work during actual meltdowns, lifetime access to the program, access to a community of parents with similar challenges, and if you need additional support, you can directly connect with me for a one-on-one session. The special pricing is only available during this launch period. Once we reach 200 parents, the price will increase to $297. And here's why. I'm committed to providing real support to every parent who joins this program. To maintain that level of quality and ensure you to get transformation you deserve, I need to limit enrollment. Plus, my clinical practice only allows me to monitor a certain number of families at once. Once the spots are filled, they're gone. So if you are ready to stop exploding at your child and start feeling like more calm, confident, and parent you know you can be, click the button below right now to secure your spot in the Emotional Regulation Mastery Program. Don't wait until the price increases and all spots are filled. This is your chance to finally break the cycle of emotional chaos. Without years of therapy, without judgment from other parents, and with so much more peace in your home. Your child is watching and your family is counting on you. The question is, will you keep repeating the same painful patterns, or will you finally give yourself the tools to change everything? Now, I understand you might be thinking, that sounds too good to be true. I have tried everything before and nothing worked. I get it. You have probably bought parenting books that collected dust, downloaded apps that you used twice, maybe tried counting to 10 while your child screamed and it felt impossible. And that's why I'm offering something no other program does, a 60-day, no questions asked, complete satisfaction guarantee. Here's how it works. Join the Emotional Regulation Mastery Program today. Use the techniques for a full 60 days. If you don't experience at least 3 calm responses during situations that would have made you explode before, if you don't feel more in control of your emotions, if your family doesn't notice a difference in how you handle stress, simply email us and we'll refund every single penny. At this point, you have three choices. Number one, you can keep doing what you have been doing, exploding during meltdowns, feeling guilty afterward, trying harder next time only to fall again. This path leads to more of the same: damaged relationships, traumatized children, and a family that walks on eggshells around each other. Two, you can try to figure out on your own, reading more parenting books that don't understand ADHD, watching YouTube videos that give generic advice, hoping something will finally click. This approach has already failed you countless of times, and it will keep failing because ADHD parenting needs specific tools. Three, or you can join the Emotional Regulation Mastery Program and follow a proven system designed specifically for parents like you. In just 10 minutes a day, you can learn to stay calm during the worst meltdowns and become the parent child desperately needs. The first option keeps you stuck in the same painful cycle. The second option wastes more precious time while your family suffers. The third option gives you the exact roadmap to transport your family in 30 days. Which path makes sense for someone who truly loves their child? The choice is yours, but I hope you will choose your family today. Because the truth is, your child needs you to be their calm in the storm. They need to know that no matter how big their emotions get, you can handle it. They need to feel safe with you, not scared of your emotions. You have the power to break this cycle right now. Click the button below to secure your spot in the Emotional Regulation Mastery Program for just $197. Your child is counting on you to be the parent they need, not the parent who loses control, not the parent who makes everything worse with their reactions. The parent who stays calm, who responds with wisdom, who makes them feel safe and loved even in their worst moments. The parent is inside you right now. You just need the right tools to let them out. Click the link below now.